make them super wealthy. Unbelievable.
They're going to make more money than we did.
They will make a lot more money than we will.
Yeah.
And they'll be
But
happy
back to
with
us.
what we're
Back to
making.
us,
Yeah,
though.
but they're going to be happy because
So let me just do the math on this on my little stick right here.
Yeah.
So if I have 700 companies,
say they average
this would be
$1
worth
million bucks each.
This would be worth. This is like how you guys make money on on those conferences you do. So 700 companies, and let's say we did business with a percentage?
5% of it
2% of the entire room,
is 700.
and 5% of the 700
Is
means
35.
we would do 35 companies.
That's right.
What do you think that they would do
I
average?
think,
10 million?
No, say of those 35 businesses, just put a 5 million average
Okay, that's $175 million of income.
of revenue. Yep.
Yeah, and we think we could take that to 1.7 billion.
Yep.
Because we want to 10x the company.
And we get 25% of it.
Now, but if we put all these
We put them all in
companies
a fund
together in one fund, now that's where you
super
freak me
rich.
out. That's where I got my little. That's where I told Elena. I said, Elena, we're going to get super rich. So we would take all that revenue and put it on one profit and loss statement, and then go to.
None of those people have access to the public markets. Even if we 10x them, they're too. I mean, they could sell to private equity or to somebody else.
We would take basically 35 profit and loss statements, 35 companies.
Amalgamate
if
them.
they were similar.
That's right.
Amalgamate.
Now we have a $3.5 billion.
What's amalgamate mean?
Put them all together.
Put them all together.
So you got how many businesses there?
I got 35 companies.
We've grown them to 100 million each. So now we're doing what? 3.5 billion.
Okay.
Now that whole group, we put them together and go public.
Yeah. What's that worth?
That group's probably worth about 3.5 billion. Probably worth about 7, somewhere between. You got to figure if they're earning 20%.
15 billion. We get 25% of the.
So 10% of 3 is 350 million. 20% is $700 million times 20.
And we would be entitled. First of all, everybody, other companies.
Well, I want to make a point
these companies now are worth.
As a group, we're worth.
Well, these companies are now
billion.
worth. Yeah, but I just want to be sure the company did well.
Well, no, I want to make something clear. They're going to be able to sell 10% of their company when we go public for what they would have sold 100% of their company for.
Wow.
We're going to make them super wealthy. Unbelievable.
They're going to make more money than we did.
They will make a lot more money than we will.
Yeah.
And they'll be
But
happy
back
with
to us.
what we're
Back to
making.
us,
Yeah,
though.
but they're going to be happy because we're going to make
Totally,
25% of 15 billion, which is, remember I told you, 3.5 billion.
Yeah, why would Blackstone do this? Or why would a big group, Goldman, or like who's some of the players? JP Morgan?
All of them. Yeah. JP Morgan, KKR. In fact, KKR already proved this. You know, KKR benchmarked themselves against Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway invested in companies and always held them. KKR did the traditional. They invested and sold them out every 5 years. They came back and said, had we held all of our companies, we would have been bigger than Berkshire Hathaway. So now what they did is now they hold the companies and they took KKR public. They're doing the same thing Berkshire, but Berkshire's private. They went public. Why? Because these businesses.
Well, they're converting real assets to paper.
That's right.
And that's where they make their little.
And all those,
that's their little secret
and all those
sauce.
financial institutions that need to charge fees, the private equity guys and the money managers that are charging mom and pop to put their. We just got off a call with someone that's going to put $500,000 in Cardone Capital.
Dude, but if we make 25% of that, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No,
but
that's fine.
I'm getting excited right now.
Yeah, that's that $3.5 billion I told you about.
$3.5 billion.
No cost of capital.
And while we're doing it, all the services
All the
provided
revenue.
here.
We're getting 25%
Cardone
of the
University,
upside in cash flow.
boot camps.
And we get a percentage management fee. It's a home run for the business owners because they won't find any private equity group.
It's a grand slam for them.
Grand slam. And they have partners that are fully vested all the way through the life cycle versus just trying to make fees on them and sell them off. This is a home run.
How long does it
for
take
all
us to
of
do this?
I think
It's a grand slam for all of us.
I think it's a grand slam for everybody. Personally, for me, I think it's somewhere between a 60-month and 84-month deal.